that basically says that search engines need permission. I'm going to skip a little bit because I lost some time in the beginning. So, room for action. So, this is like this legal and political stuff, that is stuff that I'm writing about. And first of all, I think it's very important to have better provisions on liability of search engines. Like all over Europe, this is like, it's a very complicated issue, but politicians and legislators and also judges have dealt with it very differently, and I think it's very important to argue for a really clear kind of exception that keeps search engines open. And connected to that, we should have a framework of due process when stuff is being removed. We should like guarantee that search engines have to be transparent about the stuff that is left out. This is also really not the case at the moment. Projects like Chilling Effects, they're doing a lot to improve the situation or kind of push in that direction, but we also need things like this in Europe. And the third, which relates to the last thing I talked about, like instead of moving to a permission-based model for search, we have to move to a model where there's a clear copyright exception that is allowed if you offering a search service to crawl content, to index it, and to show snippets. So this is in the legal and political sphere. So like the technology and advocacy, like one of these projects I would name, Chilling Effects, I think it's really possible to make something like that in Europe as well. Another thing that there's this interesting tool that is coming from the Berkman Center at Harvard. They made this verdict thing that is basically modeling on a global scale where stuff is not accessible. So this is internet filtering. I think also we could add something to that chilling effect. We could add something like a tool that shows in which services certain content is being removed. So the third, like, I didn't really talk about that, but meta search can be really powerful because you can just build a script. I guess, like, you know more about that than me. But so with meta search, I think there's also all these possible projects that basically show that a lot of these regulations are untenable. Because what basically happens is this like the law as it currently is, like locks away a lot of content from building really quite neat search technology. And I think with meta search you could probably show that. Peer-to-peer search is something that a lot of people are actually working on. I don't have time to discuss it. And yeah, finally, I think this is just a few examples of stuff that is possible in the search sphere. I guess maybe there are ideas for other things as well. So, thank you for your attention, and I would be happy to answer questions or to discuss further. And I put my email here. If you want to reach me, feel free to use it and send me an email. And below that is the address of my blog, where I will post the slides later on, so you can visit the sources of information that I've put there. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a few minutes left for questions. Any questions? A microphone is in the middle of the room. Please use this.
So I guess if there's no questions, we will finish, no?
Yeah. Thank you.